So hello, good evening everyone. So tonight we're going to discuss about the database administrator, the roles and qualification to be one, also the database steward and our insight about these roles. So let us first start with Mr. Franby Hernane.
So yeah, I'll be the first one to share my insights. So the role of a database administrator is that they are responsible for the accurately and securely using, maintaining and developing computerized databases within a wide range of public and private sector organization. So they are the one who will design, they write and take care of computer database system so that the right person can get the information they need at the right time. So typical employers of database administrators, first one are the IT companies. Next, next one is are the software companies, the hospitals, the local authorities, even the central government, and also the universities. So yeah, that's all for the roles. And the difference between data administrator and data administrator and database administrator is that data administrator analyzes the database for the relevant data, while the database administrator optimizes and maintains the database. So if any of these roles interest me, I would choose the role of being a data administrator because since I am choosing a degree program of information system and the sure career path that I'll be having is being a data analyst. So this role fits best for me. So that's all for my insights.
So thank you for sharing your insights, Franby. So we're gonna ask next is Miss Jeanrey Lausa.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Madungog ra ko.
Yes, Madogra.
So, what is the role of DBA or database administrator? A database administrator or DBA designs, implements, administers, and monitors data management systems and knowledge of IT business requirements. Excellent problem solving and analytical skills, good communication, teamwork, and negotiation skills. Good organization skills, flexibility, and adaptability are soft skills that are required of a DBA or a database administrator. So the training and experiences of a DBA or database administrator are creating and maintaining database standards and policies, supporting supporting database design, creation, and testing activities, managing the database availability and performance, including incident and problem management, performing database housekeeping such as tuning, indexing, and etc. So a data steward serves as the link between the IT department and the business side of an organization, enforcing data usage and security regulations established by enterprise data governance programs. So I'm I'm interested in the position of a database administrator since they ensure that the data being gathered is accurate, dependable, and accessible at all times. They're also in charge of performing different system to back up to ensure also that the no data is lost. So that's all for me.
Thank you for sharing your insight, Jeanrey. So next I will be sharing mine about the database administrator and data steward. So for me, database administrators, they are the one who store and organize data using specialized software. They're also they also do the capacity planning, installations, configurations, database design, migrations, performance monitoring, security, and also troubleshooting. So a database administrator must have patient. He must also be attentive to the details, must have logical approach to work. They must have problem solving skills. They must be good at organizing, and they must be good at communicating, and lastly familiar with operation systems and database technology. So as for data stewards, they are responsible for enforcing data usage and security policies established through enterprise data governance initiatives. So acting as liaison between the organization's IT department and business sides. So for me, there's one role that interests me, the database administrator, because I too have a patient, and when I like my work or even interested in it, I always pour my 100% in it. So I am also very attentive to details and also have logical approach in every situations during work. So that's my insight about this. So I'm gonna ask next is John Dave Alvaro about his insights.
Hello, good evening. So I'm gonna share my PowerPoint. So database administrator. So again, what is a database administrator? So use specialized software to store and organize data. The role may be include capacity planning, installation, configuration, database design, migration performance monitoring, security troubleshooting, as well as backup and data recovery. So the role of a database administrator, so it has a database backup. So a database administrator has the responsibility to back up every data in the database. Recurrently, this is necessary so that operation can be restored in times of disaster downtime. So the other role of a database administrator, so it has a database availability. So it has a database restore, database design. So for the database administrator to fulfill this role, so that the skills and experience. So their skills must must be good for communication skills, good problem solving skills. It must good understanding of query language for database operation, and for the experience must require 3 to 5 years or many years of database experience in addition to educational requirements. So how does this different from the role of database administrator? So responsibility of database administrator will be the performance, integrity, and security of a database. It involved in the planning and development of the database, as well as in troubleshooting any issues on behalf of the users. Hmm. So the role the role of data steward. So a data steward is responsible for carrying out data usage and security policies as determined through enterprise data, government initiatives, acting as a liaison between the IT department and the business side of an organization. So is any one of these interests of you? So for me, to be honest, is no, because achieving this kind of a career is difficult, especially I'm not an expert when it comes to the knowledge about data system. So thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts, John Dave. So next is Mae Coliao.
Wait, mag-first ka na. Nakita ra?
Makita ka.
Okay. So, database administration are skilled and trained IS professionals who hold discussions with business users to define their data needs, apply database programming language to craft a set of database to meet those needs, test and evaluate the database, implement changes to improve their performance, and assure that data is secure from unauthorized access. Database systems require a fundamental and business of the organization be proficient in the use of selected database management systems and stay abreast of emerging technologies and new design approach. The role of the DBA is to plan, design, create, operate, secure, monitor, and maintain database. Typically, a DBA has a degree in computer science or management information system and some on-the-job training with a particular database product or more extensive experience with a range of database products. So, next, the DBA works with users to decide the content of the database to determine exactly what entities are of interest and what attributes are to be recorded about those entities. Those not only it is important that a DBA understand the business of an organization, but personnel outside of IS must also have some idea of what the DBA does and why this function is important. The DBA can play a crucial role in the development of effective information system to benefit the organization, employees, and managers. The DBA also works with programmers as they build applications to ensure that their programs comply with database management system standards and conventions. After the database has been built and is operating, the DBA monitors operations log for security violations. Database respond time meets users' needs and that is operates efficiently. If there is a problem, the DBA attempts to correct it before it becomes serious. An important responsibility of a DBA is to protect the database from attack or other forms of failure. DBAs use security software, preventive measures, and redundant systems to keep data safe and accessible. And in spite of the best efforts of DBAs, database security breaches are all too common. For examples, cus- customer records of more than 83 million customers of JP Morgan Chase were stolen between June 2014 and August 2014. This represents the largest theft of consumer data from a U.S. financial institution in history. Next, some organizations have also created a position called the data administrator, an individual responsible for defining and implementing consistent principles for a variety of data issues, including setting data standards and data definitions that apply across all the database in the organization. For example, the data administrator will ensure that a term such as customer is defined and treated consistently in all corporate databases. The data administrator also works with business managers to identify who should have read or update access to certain database and to selected attributes within those databases. This information is communicated to the database administrator for implementation. The data administrator can be a high-level position reporting to top-level managers. So, what does a database administrator do? First, working with database software to find ways to store, organize, and manage data. Second, troubleshooting, keeping database up to date, helping with database design and development, managing database access, designing maintenance procedures, putting them into operation. Next, ensuring that database meet user requirements, liaising with programmers, applications, operational staff, IT project managers, and other technical staff. Next, managing database security, integrity, and backup procedure. Second, implementing security measures, defining objectives through consultation with staff at all levels, writing reports, documentation, and operating manuals, testing and modifying databases to ensure that they operate reliably, providing user training, support, and feedback, writing disaster recovery plans, achieving data. Second, case skills, case skills for database administrators. Patient, meticulous attention to detail, a logical approach to work, the ability to prioritize tasks, problem-solving skills, good organizational skills, communication and interpersonal skills, familiarity with computer operating systems and database technology, design software and structure. That's all.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Miss Mary May. So since we have all discussed atong thoughts about the database steward or administrator, so thank you for cooperating for tonight. Thank you.